Hello everyone, welcome back to another weather video. Okay, more severe updates coming on a new named storm called Storm Chandra, making its way in. So pretty hefty low pressure systems out to the Atlantic, slowly pushing its way in, followed by some further warnings issued, some amber warnings. Northern Ireland seeing an amber warning issued for wind, pretty strong winds, 60 to 80 miles per hour is possible on the exposed coasts and hills, with 40 to 50 inland and even more on the lowlands. Also towards the southwest of the UK, we are seeing a rain warning, an amber rain warning, sort of 30 to 60 millimeters, pretty widespread, and 60 to even 100 millimeters is possible on the highlands and the hills and exposed areas. So do watch out for that. This warning does extend Somerset, Dorset, Cornwall, and Devon. So the weather is going to be very disruptive, and warnings issued for the majority of the west of the UK. We're seeing some, pretty strong warnings, and the colder spells up north. We're seeing some yellow warnings for snow in patches such as like on the Lake District and the Peak District. We're seeing some warnings as it gets colder on the mountains into Scotland, and generally there's some wind warnings progressing into Tuesday for the southwest, and also up Northern Ireland, seeing some warnings. More further rain warnings issued across the west, seeing just a lot of these warnings scattered around the west. So a lot of disruptive conditions is going to bring itself overnight into tomorrow. So do watch out for this and please stay safe, because this will be some pretty disruptive impacts, especially across the southwest and Northern Ireland, seeing the worst of it. Depends, it still can change. I had a feeling it was going to be a named storm. But in general, there are a lot of warnings covering lots of the west of the UK. The east staying at the worst of it, but can still see the impacts from the rain. Everywhere's going to see some sort of impact, but it's especially towards the west, you're going to see the worst. So that means whether it be road closures, damages to infrastructure, winds, blowing tiles off roofs, blowing down trees, causing possible damage to cars, things like that. All the usual. There is a lot of flood alerts along the coasts, especially across the southwest. So yeah, pretty fair, decent, strong storm is making its way in, wrapped by this low pressure system that is making its way in very deep, 960 even in some spots, pushing in. So anyone that gets headaches and problems from this, do prepare, because it is going to be pretty horrible. It's already been horrible already, but just a further note, because the weather is going to get worse. But overall, yeah, it's pretty bad. You can see from this rainfall accumulation map, you can even see even the isolated 17, 80 in some spots. It does get pretty bad, the rainfall accumulation totals over the next 2 to 3 days. This is just due to bands of isolated, very heavy, persistent rain pushing in from the southwest. Very slowly. You know what? There was a bit of a blip in the prediction for the weather. Met Office did say the rain was going to come in, 9 to 10 in the morning for most places, but the rain has barely even made its way through the southwest yet. So very slow moving, and the winds have definitely picked up, and you can feel that frontal system that is just slowly pushing in. So it is coming in with some impact. Gale force winds towards the southwest as well, in Northern Ireland. We can see gusts of the 70 on the map, so very strong. Through the bands of rain, possible for, some convective lines of squally lines and winds in that wrapped around, especially further southwest Cornwall, and again Northern Ireland being the prominent places for this at the current time. So Storm Chandra, yeah, pretty big impacts to come. Nothing we've not seen before, but yeah, just be prepared. If you're on lower ground, get the sandbags out, to block the rain. Just generally be prepared for these things, because they can cause some impacts. We've already got a bit of records out for winds and things. It's obviously going to be mostly up on a higher ground, but in general, yes, I'm probably going to go out with a wind anemometer and see what I can get up on the viewpoint. But depending on how heavy the rain is, I'm going to know if I really want to risk going out there. Even in a super dry coat, it still could be pretty unsettled, and yet there's still slight more uncertainty. But named storms been predicted for a couple of days. Just on and off yellow warnings for rain and everything have just been pushing in. Yellow, occasional yellow warnings for wind and rain just about after Storm Ingrid. So this is going to be a UK named storm, and it's going to bring some disruptive weather for sure. So yes, that is my weather update. Do take care out there, because the weather is going to be very unsettled. Also looking up north, if you look, there's some snowfall totals as that rain pushing up As the rain pushes further north, the temperatures are more cooler and the ground surface temperatures also cooler. This is causing there to be some snowfall, some icy rain and things. So some still a little bit of uncertainty. The warnings can still probably change positions before tomorrow, but the warnings are pretty intact in place, and that's how they have been for a couple hours now. So this is most likely the scenario we're going to see. And alright, so thank you everyone for watching. Please do stay safe, everyone in the worst of the warnings. Everyone in the UK, just try and stay safe in general, because this is a bit of a beast of a system coming in. So yeah, floods, there's probably going to be flash floods and everything. Sorry, I'm not even ending it. Flash floods, there's going to be lots of problems like that. It's going to bring a lot of disruption, and it's going to last a period from about 1 to 2 days. So not like very, very long, but the average sort of storm time. Okay, everyone, without further ado, thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you all stay safe, and I'll give you any further updates if I go out with the wind meter and any other further information that I need to share with you. Okay, thank you.